Hey, good to see you. This is Sophia, aka Savvy Soph, coming to you from my sofa. I think all of us during this quarantine are spending a little more time on the sofa, maybe in front of screens than we'd like to admit. So I'm coming to you today with my top 10 fresh ideas of what to do during self-isolation. So keep watching. So let's get to it. You're here because you want to get some fresh ideas on what to do during a time where you're bored or in our current climate, self-isolation. You've heard the standard ideas: watch Netflix, read a book, go for a walk, call a friend. You've done all that, you've exhausted that list, and you're ready for something new. So tip number 1 is self-care. When we're all out and about and working our full-time jobs, we're busy, we don't have time to take care of ourselves. So this is a great time to dust off that face mask you have. If you don't have one, you can look up a recipe on Pinterest, make one out of items in your pantry. If face masks aren't your thing, maybe you want to take a bubble bath or just spend some time listening to music with dim lights. Use this time for self-care so you can come out of this feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the world. Tip number 2 is to do some crafting, and crafting for good. So in my neighborhood, there was a request on Nextdoor for cards for people in the hospital with COVID-19 or first responders, our doctors, our nurses, to really just give them either a note of thank you and gratitude, or for the patients to provide comfort during this hard time where they have to be completely alone. So if you have some paper at home, you have some cards, definitely draft some of those up and find out if your local hospital will accept these. Tip number 3 is meditation. So just download an app. There are a bunch of different apps you can try. I'm really a big fan of the Calm app, and it'll guide you through how to meditate. Definitely want to set the environment. So I have this really awesome weighted face or eye mask that is really relaxing. I can put essential oils on it. Maybe your thing is colored light, different scents to help you get relaxed and just clear your mind during this really difficult time where you might be worried about a job loss, you might be worried about family and friends, or what you're reading in the news. So getting into a habit, 10 minutes daily of meditating, can really turn your attitude around. Tip number 4, start a business. So I have this candle here as an example. Maybe candles are your thing, soap, making things with a Cricut. Maybe you make art and you've only really shared it with family and friends. This is a great time. Get yourself an Etsy account, a Shopify account, an Amazon account, and start selling your products online. Especially if you're in a situation where you've lost your job and you need income. Test the waters with different skills that you have, things you can make and sell online. So tip number 5 is to bake. And you're probably saying, great, that's gonna add to my COVID-19 pounds, I think it is, or COVID-15, or maybe it's something you've already tried. But instead, I actually challenge you to take a recipe you find online and try to change up the ingredients so it can be healthy. So for example, I recently made a decadent chocolate cake where I used avocado instead of butter, and instead of regular sugar, I substituted coconut sugar. So taking a regular awesome recipe of something you love, maybe it's chocolate chip cookies, and finding a way to make it healthy. Tip number 6 is to get fit. So you may have been going on a lot of walks, but there are some really great workout videos online. If you have weights at home, that's awesome. If not, these flex bands are available online, and they act as a weight and a resistance tool. I'll link my favorite YouTube channel, Pop Sugar, for free online workout videos. You can even try something new, like get on TikTok and try to learn a dance. That'll definitely get you sweating. My husband and I even tried these funky videos on how to do acrobatics. So it doesn't have to be a basic workout that you're just tired of doing or don't feel motivated to do at home. It could be something that maybe you've never tried, Bollywood dancing, I don't know. My tip number 8 is journal. So journaling can be one of those things that's really tough to sit down and do, but if you've got a notebook that is really aesthetically pleasing and attractive to you, and pens that are fun to use, you'll be more likely to open up that journal. You can write down your intention for the day, what you went through throughout the day, goals for during quarantine, or maybe when we all get out of this. If you are starting a business, you can jot down some of your business ideas. Your big dreams can all go into a journal. Tip number 8 is have an at-home cocktail party. Hopefully you've stocked up at the store before the quarantine and you've got some liquor, maybe some mixers, some fruit that you can throw into a cocktail shaker and make your custom craft cocktail at home. If liquor is not your thing, you could do a beer tasting or a wine tasting with your roommates or significant other at home. You could even get on Zoom and share the experience with friends. Tip number 9 is to clean out your closet. So it may be hard to get rid of things right now. I know a lot of thrift stores are closed down, but why not make some extra money? I created a Poshmark account and I found some items that I thought were in great condition. I've listed them online. There are other platforms where you can sell your items online. So you're getting organized, you're giving yourself a little business to do, and hopefully making some money along the way. And my last tip is to spend time with your furry friends. Mine over there is taking a snooze, but this is a great time to play a little game, get your dog's brain stimulated. I'm sure your dog's feeling just as cooped up as you are. P.S. if you don't have a dog, sorry. But you can play a game where you have 3 cups and you hide a treat in the 3 cups and move them all around until the dog can figure out which cup has the treat in it. You could play a game where you leave out a snack and train your dog to walk around it and not go to the snack until you give him or her permission. And I'm sure there are a lot of other great dog training tricks and ideas you can find online. So those are my 10 tips. I hope you found at least one new idea. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me what your tips are. What are you doing to get by? Love to give them a try as well. Thanks and stay safe.